What's up, internet? Welcome back. This is Lizard22. So Nintendo has finally shown off what that exercising game is. You know, the one that everyone was wondering, is this going to be the next Wii Fit but for the Switch? And it's actually going to be called Ring Fit Adventure. But before I get into it, let me just remind you guys that this is a forum discussion video, so if you have any comments, please leave them down below so we can go ahead and discuss them, and subscribe for more content. So yeah, it's going to be called Ring Fit Adventure, and for some reason, I think of that name, it kind of sounds like Wii Fit, like almost like Wii Fit Adventure. And that kind of would have been a cool name, but I guess, you know, they want to kind of take out the Wii name. And this looks like it's going to be Nintendo's new exercising game, and the coolest thing about it is that it looks like it's an RPG, and it has some turn-based battles. And instead of like just making a selection, the attacks you do are going to be exercise movements. And I presume the better that you do the exercise movement, the better your attack is going to be. Although they didn't really showcase that, or at least I don't believe they did. But if they didn't do that, that's honestly a missed opportunity. And the parts that are going to be used for this game is going to be this ring. And it looks like it has some tension. So in order to squeeze it, you will have to use some force, causing you to do exercises. And then there's going to be a Joy-Con attached to it, so the Nintendo Switch will know how much you're doing, what you're doing, how you're moving this device. And then the other Joy-Con is going to be attached to your thigh, like a strap. And that's going to know when you're running, because in this game, when you jog in place, you actually move in the game to the next area. And like I said, it's going to be an RPG, so you will have to kind of explore an area by jogging around, which is pretty cool because that will motivate anyone to run if this game is actually good. One of my favorite games in Wii Fit 2, I believe, or was it Wii Fit Wii U? I'm not really sure which one it was, but there was this mini game where you actually ran in place and you kind of go through an obstacle course. Now, to be 100% honest, it wasn't, I don't want to say it was like perfect by any means, but if you can get over any of the flaws that the controls have, because it's not like one-to-one, then it's actually kind of fun. It was pretty fun trying to get through it, and it can get really frustrating if you're like almost towards the end and then you mess up. And you know, at the end of the day, yes, the controls weren't one-to-one, but it was honestly fun enough, and I think they didn't make it hard enough to make you just give up and be discouraged. And seeing that they kind of brought on the ability to run in place to this game without the balance board, that's pretty cool. Speaking of the balance board, I'm saddened by the fact that all these balance boards that exist in the world are just kind of paperweights now, because those things were pretty awesome. I kind of like them. They seem so high-tech and cool. I have a hard time believing that they can't get this to connect with the Switch, but at the same time, I do understand that Nintendo kind of probably wants to push this away from the Wii brand so that people don't associate it with it, even though it probably comes from the same department and from the same quality of life developments that they have going on in the company. I really like the Wii Fit. I made a video about like if they could bring it back, that would be awesome, and they can keep the name. I had no problem with the name Wii Fit, although I did have a problem with the Wii being called Wii, but we've all gone over that, so that's not a big issue anymore. One thing I do have to say is the avatars in this game are bland. I really wish that they stuck with the Miis, because these avatars look like they have no charm, they have no character, they just exist because they technically have to exist, which is a shame because they have the Miis, and the Miis are full of charm. They could have totally used those. Now, I know Nintendo also wants to stray away from Miis, or at least it seems that way, so it's not surprising. I just wish they wouldn't abandon the Miis so badly, because I feel like a lot of people do like the Miis, and the people do want to keep them around. People still use them for their profiles. It's hard for me to believe that we want to 100% get rid of these when I keep seeing them around from other people. So it looks like this game will cost slightly higher than other games. So in the US, typically a game will cost $59.99. This game, along with its peripherals, will cost $79.99. It's probably because of the peripherals, so it's not that surprising. It just kind of scares me because I look at that price and I'm thinking regular people are probably not going to want to pay for that. But with that being said, when the balance board was released, I believe it was like $100 and people still bought it. So if this can actually get through to people, I think it'll be a success. And I just wanted to touch on one more thing. I wanted to kind of say that Nintendo is like really good at gamifying things that people don't want to do. They gamified education, they gamified exercising, and here they are, not only gamifying exercising, but taking it to the next level. They're not just making just mini games, they're making a whole RPG. If this works, and knowing how people get addicted with RPGs, this could really get people playing this game for hours. I really want to see if this RPG alone is actually fun, and I want to see people's response to this. I want to see how people use this. Well, anyways, what do you guys think? Are any of you guys going to play this? Are any of you excited for this? Or do you guys think that this is good enough to replace the Wii Fit? Or do you still want the Wii Fit to come back? Please let me know down below. And if you like discussion videos much like this one, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll be back with more.